Dylan Harper is pulling off something Spurs rookies almost never do anymore. And nah, this isn't one of those little rookie moments where somebody hits a couple shots, grins at the crowd, and suddenly people start talking like the franchise is back overnight. This is real playoff impact. The type of impact that makes a coach trust a 20-year-old when every possession feels serious and every mistake gets magnified. Because right now, Harper is making people stop and think, wait, did San Antonio seriously find another guard who fits their future plans? That's the energy around him now. Wemby is still the superstar attraction. Fox is still the proven guard. Cassell still brings the edge and leadership, but Harper quietly stepped into this playoff run and started giving the Spurs something they've been missing for a long time, a rookie guard who actually looks comfortable under pressure instead of panicking when the lights get bright. And honestly, that's what makes this whole thing wild. Harper was never supposed to carry this kind of attention so early. He came into the league as the number 2 pick in the 2025 NBA draft out of Rutgers, with scouts hyping up his size, his smooth handle, that lefty downhill attack, and all the usual future star talk people throw around before a rookie even touches the court. But San Antonio already had their guys. They already had Fox. They already had Cassell. They already had Wemby out there changing how teams even play basketball against them. So Harper wasn't walking into some struggling team where he could take 20 shots a night and learn through chaos. He had to fit into a team trying to win right now, and that's way tougher than people realize. A lot of rookies can put up flashy numbers on bad teams because somebody has to shoot the ball and somebody has to dominate possessions while the season falls apart. That's not the situation here. The Spurs are fighting through playoff basketball where every possession matters, every turnover gets replayed everywhere, and every bad decision gets exposed instantly. And somehow, Harper still looks calm through all of it. That's the scary part for the rest of the league. Spurs fans should absolutely be paying attention right now. His regular season stats looked solid without feeling overhyped. He averaged 11.8 points, 3.4 rebounds, and 3.9 assists while shooting over 50% from the field. Clean numbers, efficient numbers, useful basketball, nothing padded, nothing fake, just steady production from a rookie learning on a winning team. But once the playoffs started, the conversation changed fast because Harper stopped looking like a rookie trying to survive minutes and started looking like somebody affecting games for real. That 27-point game against Portland in round 1 definitely woke people up. That was the moment where fans stopped saying, "Nice game from the rookie," and started asking, why does this dude already look so composed? The confidence looked different. The pace looked different. He wasn't rushing anything. He looked like he belonged out there. Then came the Minnesota series. Carter Bryant misses Game 1 with a sprained foot, and Harper steps in off the bench like the pressure doesn't even exist. 18 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists in 29 minutes. That's not empty production during garbage time. That's playoff trust. Coaches don't leave rookies on the floor in those moments unless they truly believe in them. And then Game 4 made everything even louder. Wemby gets ejected. The whole night turns chaotic. The series suddenly feels shaky, and most young players would disappear once the team's biggest star leaves the floor. But Harper did the exact opposite. He became even more aggressive, even more visible. He dropped 24 points off the bench, matching De'Aaron Fox. That changes the conversation completely, because when your superstar exits and a rookie steps up instead of folding under pressure, people around the league start noticing fast. At that point, this isn't just some cool rookie storyline anymore. This is becoming a real playoff problem for the rest of the Western Conference. And the scary part for the rest of the league? This version of Dylan Harper might still be the early demo version. Right now, he's still picking his spots carefully. He's still sharing the floor with Fox, Cassell, and Wemby. He's still learning when to attack, when to slow things down, and when to let the stars cook. But what happens once San Antonio gives him even more responsibility? What happens when the Spurs start handing him more on-ball reps, more late-clock possessions, and more control over the offense instead of asking him to simply fit in around everybody else? That's where this starts looking dangerous. Because if Harper is already dropping 24 points off the bench during a chaotic playoff game after Wemby gets tossed, imagine what this could look like 2 or 3 years from now with more confidence, a stronger body, and a bigger role in the system. At that point, we might not just be talking about a solid young guard. We could be talking about a real offensive engine for this franchise. And the minutes tell the story too. Coaches don't keep rookie guards on the floor during playoff games unless they truly trust them. That's the message San Antonio is sending without even saying it directly. They're basically saying, we can survive with him out there in serious moments. For a rookie guard, that's massive. Because guards have one of the toughest jobs in basketball. They have to process everything fast. They have to read defenses, handle pressure, organize the offense, and know when to attack versus when to stop forcing things. Young guards usually get exposed fast when playoff defenses start locking in. Harper hasn't been perfect, and honestly, that's a good thing. Nobody should expect perfection from a rookie this early. Game 4 against Portland proved that too. Harper finished with only 3 points while shooting 1 for 6. That's part of being young in the NBA. Every rookie goes through rough nights eventually. Some games, the jumper feels off. Some games, the defense overloads your strong hand and basically says, all right, kid, let's see if you got another move. Other nights, the reads come slower than usual. That's normal. But what matters is how a player responds after those games, and Harper's been responding like somebody San Antonio can genuinely build around long term. The biggest thing that jumps out isn't even just the scoring, it's how he changes the rhythm of the offense once he starts attacking downhill. When Harper gets into the paint, defenses react immediately. He's strong enough to absorb contact, patient enough to keep defenders stuck on his hip, and smooth enough to hit that sneaky left-handed pass once the help defense rotates over. And that's the important part, not just flashy highlights or loud dunks, it's the second reads. The little decisions casual fans sometimes miss while yelling at the TV about missed calls and traveling violations. Harper gets into the lane without looking rushed or desperate to prove himself. That's rare for young guards. Most rookies speed themselves into mistakes. They see the first opening, attack too fast, run directly into a defender, then throw a wild pass while looking frustrated afterward. Harper plays with more control than that. He'll come off a screen, read the big man dropping back, keep his dribble alive, and patiently wait for the defense to make a decision. If the corner defender helps, he can hit the shooter. If the big stays back, he can float one in softly. And if a smaller guard switches onto him, he's comfortable using his size to get into the defender's body and create space. That's grown man playoff basketball stuff already, and that's why people around the league are starting to pay attention fast. That's grown man guard play right there, and in San Antonio, it matters even more because of Victor Wembanyama. Playing next to Wemby should make life easier for everybody, right? The guy basically bends defenses just by standing on the floor. Teams panic the second he gets near the paint. But playing with him also demands smart decision-making. You can't just toss the ball in his direction and expect him to rescue every possession like some basketball superhero every single time. You have to know the timing. You have to recognize when he's sealing a defender, popping out for space, slipping screens, or when the defense is already overreacting before the play even develops. Harper already looks like he understands those little details, and that's impressive for a rookie guard this early. The chemistry is noticeable. That's part of why the plus-minus numbers started making Spurs fans lose their minds online. People have been posting that rookie playoff plus-minus chart everywhere, and seeing Harper sitting at plus 51 while most other rookies were way lower made fans stopped scrolling immediately. Folks were looking at it like they just spotted a UFO hovering over the arena. Now look, plus-minus is not some perfect stat that tells the whole story. Nobody should build their entire basketball personality around one number. That's how you end up in random online arguments at 2 o'clock in the morning, acting like you discovered advanced analytics for the first time. But when a rookie is that far ahead of the pack during playoff minutes, it absolutely means something. It tells you the team stays functional when he's on the floor. It tells you the lineups don't completely collapse once he checks in. Most importantly, it tells you the speed of the game isn't overwhelming him. For a young Spurs guard, that's huge. Because San Antonio has always had legendary talent. Everybody already knows the names: Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, Kawhi Leonard, now Wemby. This franchise has championship banners and enough history to fill a documentary series. But rookie guards are a totally different conversation. Big men can survive early by protecting the rim and finishing easy plays. Wings can carve out roles through defense and cutting. Guards don't get that luxury. They have to organize chaos. They handle the ball constantly. Every bad turnover gets replayed. Every bad decision gets noticed immediately. When a young guard struggles, everybody sees it in real time. So when Harper looks this poised under playoff pressure, it stands out fast. And that's exactly why the De'Aaron Fox conversation keeps getting louder. Now, before people start panicking online, nobody's saying Harper already replaced Fox in San Antonio. Relax. Don't start fake trade packages before breakfast. Fox is still a major piece for this team. His speed, his ability to pressure the rim, and his late clock shot creation still matter a lot for the Spurs. But Harper is forcing the organization to think about the future way earlier than expected. That's the important part. If this rookie can run second units, defend better than people predicted, close important stretches, and keep the offense flowing smoothly next to Wemby and Castle, then suddenly San Antonio has real choices to make. And those are the kinds of good problems NBA front offices secretly stress about at night. Because options sound great until contracts, rotations, and long-term planning all start colliding together. Spurs fans already see where this could be headed to. One strong playoff run from a rookie and suddenly people are mapping out the next 10 years like they're building a custom franchise in a video game. But honestly, it makes sense why the excitement is growing. Harper fits exactly where the NBA is heading. He fits the timeline. He fits the pace of the modern game. Most importantly, he fits perfectly next to Wemby. A big guard who can handle the ball, attack the rim, make smart reads, defend his position, and still contribute without needing the entire offense built around him? That's not empty hype. That's the type of player teams spend years trying to find. For San Antonio, that's where this gets dangerous for the rest of the league. Because if Harper keeps developing like this, the Spurs might have quietly built another core piece right in front of everybody's eyes. The defensive side of Dylan Harper's game has been sneaky impressive too. Coming into the NBA, a lot of people figured he'd probably be decent defensively at best. Maybe average. Maybe somebody offenses could target while he adjusted to the speed and physicality of the league. But honestly, he's looked tougher and more focused on that end than many expected. He uses his size well. He fights over screens instead of quitting on the play. He recovers fast. And most importantly, he competes every possession. That matters a lot in San Antonio's system. Harper isn't out there looking like one of those lottery picks who gets blown by every trip down the floor while teammates scramble to clean up the mess. Now, is he already some lockdown defender? Nah, not yet. But effort next to Wemby changes everything. If Harper fights through a screen and forces the ball handler toward that giant shot-blocking nightmare waiting at the rim, he's doing his job. But if a guard dies on the screen and leaves everybody rotating in panic mode, suddenly the entire defense falls apart and every possession turns chaotic fast. That's the difference Harper is starting to understand, and that's why this feels bigger than just one flashy playoff run. The Spurs aren't only watching a rookie score points anymore, they're watching an actual role develop in real time. Maybe Harper eventually becomes a dangerous sixth-man weapon who punishes second units every night. Maybe San Antonio leans into three-guard lineups with Fox and Castle when they want to speed the game up and make opposing defenses miserable. There are a lot of possibilities here, and honestly, that uncertainty is part of what makes this so interesting. Because the real question is already staring everyone in the face now. How many rookies earn this much trust on a playoff team this quickly? How many young guards look this comfortable making advanced reads next to a generational player like Wemby? How many can struggle badly one night, bounce back immediately, and still look like they belong on the floor during huge moments? That's why Dylan Harper is doing something Spurs rookies haven't done in years. He's making the future feel bigger than just Victor Wembanyama alone. And for San Antonio, that changes everything. Before this, the Spurs were mostly viewed as the Wemby project. But now, the picture suddenly looks deeper. Wemby was already terrifying enough for the league to deal with. Castle brought toughness and edge. Carter Bryant added another athletic defensive piece. Fox gives them veteran speed and offensive creation, but Harper might end up being the connector that ties the entire timeline together. Because finding a rookie guard who can survive playoff pressure, create offense, learn from mistakes, defend hard, and continue growing without needing the coaching staff to hold his hand every possession, that's rare, extremely rare. And that's why teams around the league should be paying close attention right now. If this is what Harper already looks like before fully growing into his role, then San Antonio might not be waiting on the future anymore. The future could already be here, running second units, closing important stretches, and quietly making every De'Aaron Fox discussion a whole lot more uncomfortable.